what I think.
Put it this way, if I was in your shoes, they would say, Kirk, you deserve that shit. They would talk.
Kirk Frost didn't waste any time jumping into the drama when Remy Ma accused Papoose of cheating with boxing champ Claressa Shields. He came in strong, supporting Papoose for keeping his cool while Remy allegedly played both sides. Now, if you haven't been following, let me catch you up. Kirk had already called Remy toxic, saying she was pretending to be the innocent one, while in reality she was the one who set Papoose up for all the drama when she was just as guilty as he was of the things she accused him of. After Papoose and Remy broke up, rumors started flying that Remy was seeing underground battle rapper E, the block captain who hung out in the same circles as Papoose. But wait, there's more. Just a few months later, Remy was revealed to be in a polyamorous relationship. Let's talk about keeping things interesting. While Remy was out there living her best life, Papoose stayed quiet, took the L, and moved on. But when he started dating someone new, Remy couldn't hold it any longer. Just a few days ago, she dropped a major bombshell claiming that Papoose had cheated on her with boxing champ Claressa Shields. She even shared a screenshot of a private conversation between Papoose and Claressa. In the conversation, Papoose was accused of falling asleep on the phone with Claressa while at her house, and Claressa supposedly hung up the moment she heard Remy's voice. Remy didn't hold back, saying, "You're not the only one." Now, we all know Remy's tough and doesn't shy away from drama, but this time she picked a fight with someone who wasn't afraid to clap back. Claressa didn't waste any time throwing a punch, saying, "How does a woman with 2 boyfriends get mad at a man who has a girlfriend?" And she wasn't done there. She hit Remy with another savage line, "If I'm not the only one, why the hell are you talk about a mic drop moment?" After tagging Remy, Claressa took things from Instagram to Twitter, where she threw some serious shade. She tweeted, "I can't believe a 45-year-old woman is crashing out like this, making fake texts. This is crazy. I'm not a bee you can bully. You're bitter and mad, and you're making yourself look stupid. Just stop it." Ouch, that hit hard, but Remy wasn't having it. She quickly clapped back, saying, "I'm not 45 yet, but you're 29, and let me just say, you're not aging like fine wine, honey." Then she added, "Tell your boyfriend to buy you some flowers and gifts." He didn't even answer his phone because he was with his side chick this week. After months of staying silent, Papoose finally broke his silence and went to the internet to speak his truth. He said, "Remy is a narcissist. She chose to cheat over and over. Now that I've moved on, she's playing the victim. I've asked for a divorce so many times, but she'd rather chase clout on social media than handle things like an adult." Papoose explained he had stayed quiet for the sake of the situation, but now he was setting the record straight. The drama was heating up and everyone was watching. Papoose had stayed quiet, focusing on his daughter, but after Remy kept dragging him, he finally felt the need to speak up. He posted a picture of Remy getting cozy with the block captain by the Christmas tree, writing, "While I was at home with my daughter last Christmas, this is where Remy was." He didn't hold back, saying, "Now that I've moved on, she's mad and making up lies. I told her we could divorce like adults, but she refuses because I won't lie and say I didn't knock this chump out. I still have messages where she begged me to lie about it." But who cares? He didn't throw one punch back. Last time I saw him, he was in the fetal position. Everybody saw it. When Remy called Papoose out for moving on with his new girlfriend, fans went wild. They slammed Remy, calling her toxic, and said Papoose didn't deserve the drama she was causing. Just when things couldn't get any messier, Kirk Frost jumped in. He didn't just support Papoose, he threw some major shade at Remy, accusing her of pretending to be innocent while causing all this chaos. The drama was real, and everyone was glued to the story. Kirk Frost didn't hold back when he spoke up, saying Remy was acting like the innocent victim when she was actually guilty of everything. He pointed out how women often talk badly about men, but when it's their turn, they don't get the same treatment. He said, "I'm not in their business, but I get talked about all the time. And honestly, if my man did the same thing, people would drag me through the mud. They'd say, 'Kirk, you deserve that,' and talk all kinds of mess." But here's the thing. I really feel for Papoose. I can't imagine being in his shoes. Kirk also showed some love for Papoose, saying, "I respect you, bro, because a lot of women love you and you've got mad respect in the streets." He didn't stop there. He called out how women are being treated differently on social media, saying, "Women, why all are showing yourselves in a really bad way. The only reason Remy isn't getting more heat for making Papoose seem toxic is because she's a woman. If the roles were reversed, this would be a whole different story." Honestly, I kind of agree with Kirk here. If the situation was flipped, it would have been way worse for Papoose. The double standard is real. If Papoose were doing what Remy is doing, things would definitely be messier, but it's not just Kirk Frost speaking out. Lil Scrappy also jumped in. And you know, when he speaks, he doesn't hold back. He said, "Honestly, I have to place most of the blame on Remy. Papoose handled the whole situation like a real gentleman, but Remy couldn't stand seeing him with someone else. The way things fell apart between them is wild. And it's clear a divorce needs to happen sooner rather than later. The truth is, marriages only work when both people want it to. And it's obvious this one's over." Remy let her emotions take over and exposed his relationship with Claressa Shields. We just hope she signs the divorce papers and lets Papoose move on with his life. Kirk Frost's recent comments about Remy, Massachusetts trying to play the innocent victim have sparked a huge conversation. His remarks hit a nerve with fans, who quickly began to argue that Remy is coming off as bitter and vengeful. According to Kirk, Remy is letting her emotions control the situation, while Papoose, on the other hand, is just trying to move forward with his life after their messy breakup. The whole situation has become a back and forth of accusations and hurt feelings, and it's clear the drama isn't going anywhere anytime soon. As the drama continues, the question remains, who's really in the wrong here? Is Remy justified in her actions, or is she just letting her hurt feelings control the narrative? Fans are divided, and the situation is only getting messier. While some believe Remy is justified in calling out Papoose for his alleged actions, others are calling her out for creating a toxic atmosphere where both sides are just hurting each other. The biggest question of all, will they ever find a way to move on, or will the public drama continue to spiral out of control? As the debate rages on, one thing is clear: the situation isn't dying down anytime soon. Remy and Papoose's drama has become a public spectacle, and no matter how much they try to move forward, it looks like their past will keep following them. Fans will be watching closely, waiting for the next chapter in this messy saga. People are saying Remy embarrassed Papoose in public, and now somehow he's getting blamed for moving on with a new girlfriend. On top of that, many pointed out that Remy cheated on him with a battle rapper, but now she's upset because Papoose has moved on to a world-class boxing champion. So here's the big question: did Remy treat Papoose fairly, or is there more to this story than what we see in the media? Some exes just can't handle seeing their former partners happy after a breakup, and it looks like Remy might be one of those people. She seems like a prime example of someone who can't let go and tries to drag down someone else's image just to make herself feel better. It feels like a double standard, right? What do you think? Is Remy really calling Papoose out for cheating when she was doing the same thing? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to come back for the next episode, because we've got more tea coming your way. What adds fuel to the fire is the fact that Papoose has remained largely silent throughout this whole ordeal. He's moved on with a new girlfriend, and while he's made some subtle comments on social media, he's kept things respectful and out of the public eye. Many fans admire how he's handled everything with grace and maturity, while Remy's emotional outbursts are only feeding into the drama. Some are even praising him for keeping his head high, while Remy continues to tear him down publicly. Kirk's comments seem to have resonated with many fans who feel like Remy is acting out of spite rather than dealing with the situation in a mature, healthy way. She's been publicly accusing Papoose of cheating, even going as far as posting a screenshot of a private conversation between him and boxing champion Claressa Shields. While some supporters have stood by Remy, there's a growing group of people who think she's only making things worse for herself by continuing to attack Papoose instead of letting him live his life. Fans believe that her emotional reaction to his new relationship might be more about jealousy and pride than actual wrongdoing on Papoose's part. The situation has gotten so messy that it's almost hard to keep track of who said what or who's in the wrong. It's no secret that the breakdown of their marriage has been far from easy, and both have made mistakes along the way. Remy has been accused of having an affair with battle rapper E, and now with her accusations against Papoose, many fans are questioning her motives. How can she accuse him of cheating when she was involved in an affair herself? Is she deflecting attention from her own actions? One of the most talked about aspects of this situation is how Remy is portraying herself as the victim in all of this. While she's the one who's been calling out Papoose publicly and making accusations, there's a growing feeling that she's using her platform to make him look bad and paint herself as the one who's been wronged. Fans are quick to point out the double standard here. If Papoose were doing what Remy is doing, people would be calling him out left and right. But because she's a woman, some believe she's getting a pass for her actions.